Thank you for listening to the Capital Connections podcast hosted by Kisher Capital. I'm Eric Schlosser, CEO and lead advisor at the firm. We help people connect their finances to their future, and we are so excited today to have a great chat with the team here at Ordinary Golfer. Guys, thanks for being on here.
Yep, no problem. Thanks for coming through.
Yeah, excited to have a great chat today. So why don't you guys go ahead and just introduce yourselves, name just a little bit about your background, and then we'll get into a couple things.
Sure. I'm Craig Baker, from Rochelle. So I started business here. Golf nerd, tech nerd, all that kind of stuff. Nothing special.
I'm Eric Garcia, born in Texas and raised here in Rochelle. It's like Craig, we grew up together. Sam as well. Met for you, Sam, followed golf when we all linked up. So, just been keeping the ball rolling there, I guess.
Love it.
Sam Volkert, do substitute teaching, work for the Park District in the summertime, and now this. Been golfing since probably my early 20s, maybe 20, since, my year 20. Loved it then, still love it now. Same thing, went to high school with these guys, went to junior high with these guys, Medellin Junior High.
Yep. Long time ago now.
Not too long ago. Love it. So you guys have known each other for a while, golf nerds. How does the idea for Ordinary Golfer come about? I mean, obviously it's, some days it's 50 degrees, other days like today it's -6. So that definitely helps. But how did the idea come about for you guys for Ordinary Golfer?
I think it was multiple ways. Why don't you talk about the name, Eric?
Yes.
Let's start for it. Well, so we all had this, as soon as we started golf together, we had this idea of like doing something with golf, and we're getting into like the whole filming thing, the whole YouTube thing, and I was thinking of a way to kind of help fund that, and I said maybe we have to come up with like some kind of merch brand or design, and I pitched this idea to Craig. I was like, hey, this is what I have in my head. I was like, I fixed just Ordinary Golfer. Exactly. Kind of drew it on a t-shirt. I was like, I want it in kind of like an old English font.
Yeah.
And like Craig didn't hesitate, and he drew it up like that same day. He saw 3 images of the same logo, which is our logo.
Yeah.
Now on 3 of them colored shirts. And I was like, that's awesome. Yeah, I've had it just kind of fizzled out after that, but it was still like a bad prayer. And then these two reached out like, hey, we want to do the simulator thing, we've been doing it drawings, so let's just kind of let's bring it home and let everybody enjoy what we're doing. And so we just went with the name Ordinary Golfer. He still put on merch. He's done.
Yeah, definitely. Pink Louder. Yeah, because it started with them wanting to do the merch thing, and then once we started talking about doing a golf simulator place, we were like, what should we call it? And then I was working in graphic design at the time, and I was like, come up with other names and logos and slapping them on mock-ups. I'm like, these just aren't, it's not looking crazy like everything else. And I remembered that Eric had me do that, and I pulled that up, put on there. I was like, all right, that's it. That's possible.
So you guys had already been doing some like simulator stuff at home, like in garages, and then you were thinking, okay, how do we get it to the community? How'd you guys decide kind of this location? We're downtown, historic downtown for Rochelle. Did you guys look at a couple other locations, or was this something you'd had in mind for a while?
It kind of fell into our lap. I had been looking around. The old family video was an open spot. There was another one over on Neymark, which I called numerous times. They had a number in the window, and they just never answered or returned my calls. So I was like, all right, didn't work. No, and then actually a guy that my dad used to work with had talked to my barber. My barber had told him that I was looking for what. Yeah, so
that's kind of a crazy cascade that got
like super coincidence. But I was able to come. Let me and Sam, I think, first came and walked through here, and then told us about what he charged. We were like, wow, okay, yeah,
Really?
Price that right? Yeah, for us.
That's awesome. Yeah. So what was kind of the process for you guys to get established? So you come up with a name, you guys have a location. What was that time frame like for you guys as you were kind of getting ready to launch Ordinary Golfer and make it available to people in the community?
I think it is once the ball started rolling, it was like, we were in this now. Like, we have to get to a point to where went in. It really happened really fast. Yeah. Because I mean, we started in February this year and up in July, and here we are in the wintertime before it really matters.
Yeah. So is that kind of your goal then? Was you wanted it to be ready by like end of the year, winter? Because obviously,
At least.
yeah, at least that makes sense.
Opening in the summer, it's kind of nice because that's like the slow season.
Yeah.
For us being new business owners and like making sure our system works, making sure we know how to run everything. I think opening during the slow season was kind of helpful for us to, instead of just being packed out like instantly or something. And that were already chicken with their heads cut off. So yeah, it was a good time to open, I think.
Yeah, getting overwhelmed immediately would be a little tough, but
Yeah.
no, that's cool to hear how you guys started in February, got launched in the summer. Obviously, I've been coming here for the league as well, which has been great. Thought it was a great idea you guys had. So one of the things that I'd be curious to hear about is, for people who are listening or watching and they're kind of looking at going to an indoor golf location, right? What do you guys think are some misconceptions that people have about indoor bays or going to a golf simulator? Like things people don't understand about it.
That's a good question. I think it's when they see something on the screen that they don't think is accurate, where the technology is there and it's very accurate. Because, I mean, we fix a lot of our own issues using simulator, and it translates in real time, in real life, how the actual golf course knows. It does help if you want to improve your game. You can see it's actually not wrong or fix that.
Yeah. I think the technology is, I don't know if it's a misconception really, but they don't really understand.
Yeah.
Because I have to explain to a lot of people like what it's reading, how it's reading it, all that kind of stuff, and how the software works. Actually, when we went to get the business license from a city, I told them we're opening a golf simulator, and they told us we had to get a special permit, blah, blah, blah. And we're off task because it's a lot of work for that special permit.
Yeah.
And then they call us back later. They're like, actually, we didn't know what a golf simulator was. So apparently they looked it up and they're like, yeah, you don't need a special permit, but you're good. And you're like, oh, all right.
There you go.
Yeah, I think some people just don't really know what it is. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it's been a really cool experience for myself getting to be here and see how the simulator works. You guys have a great location set up. And even seeing like how you contact the ball and like what your follow through looks like because it shows you all of that. Super cool. Didn't know that the technology is that advanced or that it come that far. So yeah. I think that's something that definitely caught me by surprise. But yeah, I think just like you said, I mean, going to the city and going through that permit process, like there's definitely some misunderstandings or I don't know. It's just not something that everybody goes to, but it's so cool for you guys to be here in Rochelle. I think it's a great business. Yeah. Bringing a lot to the community. So, you guys have the league that's coming up just around the corner, I think, right? Starts next week for the January 6th. Yeah. So you guys have got the indoor league coming up. Do you want to talk just a little bit about that, kind of the format, what that's going to look like for anybody who's listening and watching that's maybe on the fence?
Yeah, it's a two-man scramble format. You come in any time during the week. It's not like a certain set date which you have to be here every week. Just as long as you're in within that week's time frame for the league, and get your scores everywhere, get your play time in, and you're ready to go. So it's totally up to the competitors in the league to show up for every week that they really play. Yeah. So there's not too much I guess like pressure to have them come in like and say, all right, week night is Thursday.
Yeah.
Everybody has to be here on Thursday. So yeah, it's very flexible. And this league is going to be longer than our previous league. We did have a lot of people that we wishing they could play longer stuff. like this one we're only doing 6 weeks because we're testing out the waters to see how well it goes. So this next one's a lot longer than that.
Yeah. We just try to make it easy as possible for the customers. Like we just book it online like you normally would a round. Come in, we'll take care of that. So you're paying anything. Hey, that thing. But yeah, we just try to make it super easy that way instead of having like one single night has to beat up. I don't think I work with the people's schedules.
Yeah. It's different than a bowling league, right? Bowling league, everybody's got to be there 1 day a week, 30 time. People can kind of schedule throughout the week. And you guys are open like 4 to 10 too, which is really nice. Yeah. So you're open a little bit later for people to get off later.
Yeah. And a little different than even like the golf league here in town because they have to have 2 teams at least playing there. So you have to have someone holding the other one accountable sort of for their scores, which here you don't, I mean, you can't
cheat.
Game it. Yeah. So I think that shocks some people when they see how they actually play.
Yeah, it can definitely be a little shocking. I mean, I played last in the league last time, and it was really fun. But yeah, some weeks you're really on, and other weeks you're just ready to get back home.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good time. So, what would you say? Because you guys started earlier this year, we're right on the cusp of 2026. What are some things that you guys have grown through or learned over kind of first year business for you guys?
Oh my gosh. I feel like there's a lot of little things. And then there's still a lot to have. This is going to be our first CAC season.
Oh, nice. Yes. Oh,
that's been fun. And then I guess just learning really what the customers want, like what they like and what they don't like. That was like kind of why we did that short league at first. But that way, if there's something people don't like about it, we change it for the next one. Yeah. We're really open to, constructive criticism. We're pretty hard on ourselves already for, we want to expand what we're working on right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, we have a lot planned, and the learning curve was steep at times. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to get out there and do it too. Like, it's I feel like a lot of times people have good ideas and maybe don't pursue them, right? So it's a totally different thing. Like when you're going through getting the permits, when you're painting the room, when you're actually setting up the bays, like you really got to get it all done. I'm sure you guys had some late nights. Yeah. Earlier this year.
Yeah, because it was just us 3 or 2 of us at times, actually working on it, and it would be after our jobs during the day. We'd come here, try to get done as fast as we could without sacrificing quality or anything. We want it to be like a really cool atmosphere, which I think some of the other simulator places to me seem like a kind of stale, sure, almost like an office setting.
Yeah, like a carbon copy almost.
Yeah, well, it's just that there's no vibe to it. I think that's something we really want.
I guess franchise thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and in terms of starting a business, it's something that you can't do it online. Like if you're opening a clothing store,
gotta have more.
A store is a little rough these days. Yeah, but like what we're doing in here, like you have to actually physically come, do it. So I like that aspect of it. I said it's more of a social type business.
Yeah, and plus again, like here in Illinois, I mean, like the weather gets brutal. It's bitterly cold in the winter, so like this is a great spot for people to come and hang out and get some swings in, and even if they're not good at golf in general, or you can get better, you can have a good time still. I think that's really cool because, like, for my wife, she's been interested in coming out because, like, every time we get on a golf course, it's just too intimidating, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So talking about coming here, it's like, well, like, it's not really intense. I mean, you're at one spot, you can hit from there, it'll show you how you're swinging, and you can just have a good time.
Yeah.
Plus, you guys are great, so that's your great spot. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's for people that don't really golf, even come in here. It's cool. Because before I golf, I would still go to, like, the driving range for fun to try and...
Yeah.
Even though I could barely have ball, it was still fun for somebody. So I think people still play it for something like that type of experience.
Definitely, yeah.
Play around.
So obviously for us as an investment firm, right, like we think about the financial parts of a lot of things. What was it like for you guys financially kind of starting up through your first year? How did you guys kind of get the funds together to kind of get this launched off the ground? Did you guys pool funds? Did you go to investors? I mean, what was that like for you?
Yeah, we pooled funds essentially. Pretty rough. And then, in the opening in the summer and being like, paying the rent, pay internet, start paying bills. It becomes very real. But something about that also kind of feels like it lights a fire under your ass to kind of, all right, we gotta market this somehow. We have to, do whatever we can to let people know it's here.
Yeah.
Have them come. I think word of mouth for here. Still, that's like the best.
Yeah, better than any internet promotion or anything. I think that people just come in here and see it and they actually really like it.
Yeah,
And they go tell their friends about it. I think that's been great for us.
totally. And again, great location too, because you got food around here as well. So you got foot traffic, you got people driving through. So
Yeah.
again, really think you guys have a great spot here.
Yeah, and the financial aspects, people of hey, rent everything. The rent deal we got here was good.
I can't imagine it would have been any better anywhere else. So that like kind of was a little more comforting. Yeah, but you crush the numbers. We were just doing it together the other day. Again, it's just to make sure the expenses are what they're supposed to be. But it's not a super high roof to career. So
Yeah.
I think like over time, it'll be hopefully just run itself. And this, I think we did that. Yeah.
And you guys, I mean, you need the space too, right? Like you got to have the space for the base. So it's not like you can go and get some type of studio or something.
Yeah.
You got to have enough space. So there's some level of that where it's like, it's just baked into the cost. You better do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I've seen some of the expansion work you guys are doing, which is great. I think as we wrap up, and I want to say again, it's been a great conversation and really appreciate your guys' time.
Oh, yeah.
But as we're kind of wrapping up our conversation here, to anyone who's listening or watching, like, is there anything that you guys want to share with people as we're getting into 2026 about what you guys have going on and what you have coming up? Floor is yours.
I mean, the plan is to expand. So, more fun, more base, more ball, I guess.
Expand the lease. We're gonna have that green room so we can back start chipping, cutting like off the sim, like the actual
An actual chip in.
the whole room is a putting green, so it's really cool. We've been hitting in there. We haven't got it completed yet, but that's gonna be a cool asset. And then we're hoping to get a third bay in probably summer next year if things go well. We're just really reinvesting into the whole place, so we hope it'll attract more people, or they will find other reasons to come in and practice or have fun and wherever, bring a family. In the league, got the winter league going, and then, well, we do have an online merch store.
Okay.
So, and it's always in stock. Like sometimes we can't carry everything here, but we have an online merch store. If people order from that, it helps us out so like I said, we're just reinvesting right now pretty much everything that we take right back into this. So
Yeah. And you guys have with the league, you got the hoodies as well. People can sign up before the deadline. What is the deadline to sign up, by the way?
the 6th, so the day start.
Okay.
Last day.
Day starts. Okay.
And then we're gonna take everyone's, their sizes down, and then we'll get everyone winter league goodie.
Yeah.
To show off free advertisement, I guess.
I'm looking forward to wearing mine. I got a little bit larger one, so I like them comfy. But yeah, either way. No, really appreciate you guys. Excited for the league coming up. Excited for your expansion work. I think you guys are doing great things here in the town. So just appreciate your time. Craig, Eric, Sam, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Praise to Shita. Thanks for listening to the Capital Connections podcast. If you're interested in learning more about connecting your finances to your future, you can visit kishercapital.com today. Advisory services offered through Kisher Capital, LLC, an investment advisor registered with the state of Illinois. Advisory services are only offered to clients or prospective clients where Kisher Capital, LLC, and its representatives are properly registered or exempt from registration. The information on this podcast is not intended as tax, accounting, or legal advice, nor is it an offer or solicitation to buy or sell, or as an endorsement of any company, security, fund, or other offering. Information provided should not be solely relied upon for decision making. Please consult your legal, tax, or accounting professional regarding your specific situation. Guest speakers are independent professionals and are not employees of Kisher Capital. We do not receive any compensation or referral fees from these individuals or firms. There is no obligation to engage their services, and clients are free to work with any provider of their choice. The information linked to any third-party guests on this podcast is strictly provided as a courtesy and convenience. When using any third-party information provided on this podcast, we make no representation as to the completeness or accuracy of information provided by our guests. The information on this podcast is provided as is and without warranties either express or implied, and the information may or may not be free from error. Your use of the information provided is at your sole risk.